Right guys, welcome back to another video. Finally, I'm getting a go-karting race, a video done. It's been a long time. I've been trying so hard to get one of my videos onto YouTube, but I've just been having so many problems with storage and just videos and files, and it's just been really frustrating. So I've not actually been able to showcase any of my races yet. So this race here is, I believe, the 5th round of a 10 race long championship that I'm in. It's called the Super 90 Championship race, which is at Rye House. So all of the races are at Rye House, which is in Hoddesdon. It's the same track that Lewis Hamilton competed at when he was younger. So yeah, this was a really good race, and I don't want to spoil it for you. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the last few minutes of the race, and that is purely because of my camera. The storage just ran out. Sorry, not the storage, the battery just ran out. The GoPro batteries aren't that great, unfortunately, so yeah, it's a bit of a shame, but nonetheless, this was a really good race from me. So without further ado, we're going to go straight into it. So here we are as I approach the grid, and as you can see, I'm warming up my tyres, and I qualified in P2, which I wasn't really expecting, to be honest, because I just wasn't feeling any confidence in this go-kart. There was really no grip at the beginning of this session, during the whole qualifying session, which was about 10 minutes or so, and for the first few laps, which you will see that there is just a huge lack of grip. So I was actually really shocked that I managed to get into P2. The last few races I had a bit of bad luck. Last race I didn't even finish because I pitted about 4 times, had all of the worst carts I could have gotten, and just decided there's no point of continuing, so just went home. And then the race before that I finished P6, and then those races before that I finished P2 and P3. So already have 2 podiums in this championship race, which each race is 1.5 hours long. But here we are at the red lights, and we are waiting for the green lights, and we are away now, and we get a flying start as we rev the engines up, and we are already up into first position, and we've overtaken Alan there on the right side to take P1. And Alan and Blaze, they're always winning around here. They're absolutely phenomenal drivers, and they always keep it clean. But as you can see, we're going around into the 4th turn here, and there's just no grip. You can see me sliding around everywhere, trying to fight the steering wheel on the grip, and we've got Alan on our right side already coming back at us. And then you can see the understeer here just can't get any rotation, and we get overtaken again. And I think you can just about hear me scream no as I get re-overtaken, and then I've got dropped back down into P2, and now we're getting chased by another driver here who's in P3. So we've got a job cut out here. We've got to defend ourselves because we've started in a really strong position, and after the last race, which was, like I said, a DNF, it would be really good to get a podium position, especially 2nd place. That would be amazing. So here we are chasing down 1st position, and already you can see the gap is growing. Again, the tyres are just completely cold, no grip. So yeah, I was really struggling. I felt no confidence, and I was already thinking, like, this is not going well. And you could see the frustration there, me hitting on the steering wheel there. Yeah, it's just a really frustrating start, but slowly building a gap behind us as well as we approach the 3rd lap. Well, we are on the 3rd lap now. Now we skip ahead to the final part of the 3rd lap, and you'll see me, yeah, there you are, you'll see me waving ahead to tell my rival slash teammate, well, it's not really my teammate, but me and this driver here, we kind of work together just to obviously learn, but to also stay with the person in 1st place, because we both know that if we're battling each other, we're just going to lose time. So it's best to just work with each other. And I was just telling him, go ahead, just overtake me, because I've got no grip. You need to go, otherwise we're both just going to get held up. I have no pace. So here you are, as you can see, I've let him through, see what he can do. Well, I kind of regretted this decision later on in the race, like a few laps later, because you can see that I'm actually sticking right with him, and eventually we were having a little battle. It was quite close between second, third and fourth. Yeah, it was really frustrating, but obviously because I gave the place, I had to fight for it if I wanted to take it back. So we're currently in third position, but lap after lap after lap we're just battling and battling. And now skipping to the end of lap 6 onto lap 7, we are still behind kart number 6 here as we tuck ahead in for that human DRS, trying to get or reduce that drag rather, and you can see the gap has closed a little bit going into the first turn, but we're still behind even on lap 7 after giving the position on lap 3. So like I said, this battle was just going on and on, but look how close I am now going into the third turn and to the fourth turn. Gonna get a nice drive out there, not quite. He still managed to get a nice clean exit there, so it's a good drive out of the corner, but I have a massive advantage of weighing basically absolutely nothing. So on the straights you'll see that I overtake everyone basically, but car number 6 gets a really good drive out of the last corner compared to everything that I was doing. So it was just this constant battle where I would close in on him and then he would get a nice drive out of the last corner and he would just build that gap again. I wouldn't be able to catch up to him in time before the first turn. And there you go, look how close we are going into the fourth turn. I brake a little bit earlier hoping that he might outbrake himself, but he doesn't really. Keeps his composure, keeps it ahead of me. But yeah, we're now approaching the end of lap 8, so the circuit is very short, but it provides very good races. So here you are, look, he's got a nice drive out of the last corner, approaching lap 9 now, and I'm just struggling so much to stay with him on the last corner, and that's ultimately where I'm losing most of my time, because obviously I'm clearly a bit more quicker in the corners now that the tyres have come to life a little bit more. I'm starting to push a little bit more, and look, again I'm really close. Fourth turn here again, the second hairpin of the circuit, but yeah, and then he just shoots off. He gets a really clean drive out of the corners on the straights, and you'll see it again here. So just closely watch kart number 6 here, as he's very consistent on this last corner here, and we actually bustle it there as we take a bit too much of the inside of the curb on the apex, and that compromises our exit again. So you can tell that I'm really pushing, but I just can't seem to get it right at this moment in time of the race. And now that gap has grown again, but look, I'm closing again and again. So I feel like my strongest section of this this track is the first section of the track. So turn 1 all the way to turn 4, I'll say that's where my strength really is. And look, we like I said, I weigh absolutely nothing, so I was catching up really quickly on the straights. But you'll see again here as we approach the end of lap 9 going on to lap 10, you'll get a nice clean exit. Here we are. Oh, got a bit of a skip there, but we're much closer now. So can we get an overtake done? We are right beside him now, and no, we cannot get it done. We're just a little bit too late, so we need to stick right behind him on the last corner to get the overtake done if we want to take that second position back. Because you can see in the first sector I'm much quicker. I always keep catching up to him, but obviously the physical space is just taking up lap time, so it's crucial that I overtake kart number 6 here, otherwise I'm just losing more time to kart number 1, which is funnily enough in first position. It's no wonder why they chose number 1, because they keep winning. I think they got second place in only one of the races in this championship, and we had a look there into turn 1, but number 6 just closed the door on us, so good defense on his side, and he keeps on the inside line there, but we make a bit of contact there, and that compromises our position. But we do the switchback move, completely forgot about 4th position there, and we get back 3rd position. Little bit of panic under the helmet there, I won't even lie, thinking, oh crap, almost compromised my position and lost to P4, but luckily I didn't. Kept it under control. I got the switchback move done nice and quickly, and we're still in 3rd position. So now we're going to skip forward to lap 24, at the middle of lap 24, and as you can see we are still in 3rd place. But we have good news, well, I don't want to spoil it. I have a bad habit of doing this, but we're just going to hang tight here and watch what's about to happen. So we get very close here to car number 6, Paul there, and we are really, really close now, right behind him on the straight. We get a good exit, and we go to the side, and we try and take around the outside of this lap 25 now. Can we do it? Yes, we're right in front now, and we take the second apex of the first line, and we are now up into second place. So after, God, like a quarter of the race, we are finally into second place. So like I mentioned before, I gave the position to Paul there in car number 6, hoping that he would maybe catch up to number 1 and battle it out, and then help me come up to them. But yeah, I regret that decision because I lost a lot of time battling him. I probably could have pulled out a decent gap if I remained in second place, but you can see he's trying to come back at us, so I take the inside line, trying to defend it going into turn 1, and we keep the position there. So pretty much this keeps going on and on and on. So we're going to skip forward into the race, and we're going to see that we're about to pit at the end of this lap here. So there you go, pitting this lap, and if I remember correctly, this pit stop wasn't the smoothest. It was quite funny. So yeah, I was just trying to save as much time as possible since I was still feeling the pressure from behind from car number 6. So here we are going into the pit lane here, and we just go really hot into the pit lane there, and we kind of hit the barrier with the side of the car there. But I'm a solo driver, so one-man team, so I have to run around the car one time and then jump straight back in just to make it fair on the other guys. So that's one mandatory pit stop done, and obviously we are not trying to do any more than that. So I decided to pit then. I kind of call the shots when I need to pit, and I decided that it was the best time to do it at this moment here, so I don't lose too much time. And there you go, it worked out perfectly. I've come out with clear air ahead of me, which means that I won't be wasting too much time battling anyone else in front of me. So now it's just about keeping the pace up, and there you are, stretch of the arms. I'm quite relaxed in the race. I'm comfortably in second place, and I believe that's Paul up ahead. Yes, it is number 6. So we are again in third place. He's obviously not pitted yet, so he is racing with his daughter. So everyone else in this championship does have a teammate, so each team has 2 people maximum. But yeah, like I said, I'm the only driver in my team, couldn't find anyone else to join me. So honestly, I'm quite glad. I have a lot of fun. But look at that, we get second place straight away again, and round the outside again, which is quite a brave move if I'm being honest, because it's not typical to go around the outside into turn 1 at a Rye House here. I've not personally seen it myself, and obviously it's not unheard of, but it's usually quite difficult because it's quite a long winding right hander, so usually you just get kind of cut off and pushed out on the outside there. But if you have more grip like I did, or if you just are a bit more braver, I guess, then you can send it around the outside like I did there. So I was pretty happy with both of those moves, and from here on out it was pretty much just me holding on to second place and bringing it home to the checkered flag. So that's again car number 6, so they've pitted now, and I believe I'm lapping them. So yeah, I've made some really good progress in this race. Unfortunately though, the end of the race was where it got really, really exciting, but like I said, the video wasn't captured because of the battery running out, unfortunately, so I'll quickly explain it. So car number 1, which was Alan and Blaze, so they already pitted, so it was Blaze racing now, and they were miles and miles ahead. They were so far out in front, there was no way of me catching up to them. But suddenly they had a problem. I can't remember exactly what happened. Either way, they were forced to pit again, but apparently it was the quickest pit stop that the staff have ever seen. So yeah, obviously I wasn't too sure what was happening, but I saw on the board later that it said car number 1 come in. I was like, oh, hang on a sec. So I look over my right shoulder just to see if I could see them in the pit lane going in, and that's when I started to really push. So eventually he came out in front of me, and yeah, it got very, very close. The race finished I think with him being half a second in front of me, or just about that, but yeah, it really spiced up at the end there. So I could have won this race maybe, but nonetheless we got second place, and I was very happy with that. And there you are, there's the photo evidence. There I am, standing in second place with that trophy in my hand. Ah yes, this just reminded me actually, so the next couple days I was at a 12-hour endurance race at the same track at Rye House, and I had my teammates with me. So there you are, there's one of them. Yeah, we did really well in that race actually. So we started I think in P8, eventually finished in P6, very close to taking P5, but it was a crazy race. I really wish I could have recorded that because there was lots of action and carnage, and overall just so much fun. It was one of the toughest things I've done in my life. So would I do it again? 100% yes. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, because I will definitely be posting more of my races, especially from this championship. I've got 2 more in the pipeline ready for you guys to watch. So yeah, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.